What's up, guys? We're gonna BroBeats, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to make a beat like this. It's gonna be a easy trap beat guide. Let's go ahead and get started with our melody. Looking for a deeper learning experience? Check out our courses over at Producer Portal. And if you're new to producing, the Ultimate Beginner course is perfect for getting you up to speed with the rest of us. Now let's jump back into the video. So first, we're gonna start with our melody. We're at 140 BPM. Your BPM doesn't matter. I chose the worst sounds I could pick that for this genre. So this creeper's drone, it's not a sound I would typically use for like a hard trap beat, but this is what we're gonna be using. Okay, all stock stuff. Drum sounds, of course, are gonna be my drums, but you can use any drums, it doesn't really matter. So what we're gonna do here is we can just, I don't know, do like an A sharp. We're just gonna do a fifth. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to do a fifth. Okay, so with this, you also have notes in between that you can use like this, and I'm not gonna go over the music theory too much. I'm just giving you the answers right here. So these notes right here are the notes you're gonna want to play with. Okay, let me zoom in for you. So just these notes you're gonna want to just play with. So you could literally take this and copy this up a octave, and then just pull in notes that you think are cool. So you could say, I want to use this note instead. Maybe you want to use, I don't know, the C. Let's pull that up. Actually, place these. And let's see. And now we got like a little pad or chord, right? And let's make sure you can see all this. And then let's copy it over, and let's just do like a shorter, not a shorter, but let's like move these around. Switch these maybe. Okay, that's the vibe I'm going for, something real dark. So that's pretty much all you do. And then we're gonna copy it over. You can kind of go with any pattern you want. I just want to keep this simple. And then we're gonna go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all you want to do. You could go down 7. It's the same thing. You know, it all circles around, but we're gonna go up 5, and this will sound like this. Oops. So that is gonna be like the base of our melody. Let's go ahead and add some of these little other sounds in here as well. Next up, we have this enlightenment presets and flex. I thought this sound was pretty cool, but this is not something you would typically use either. So what we're gonna do with this one is, like I said, I want this to be very, how do we get this to stop looping? There we go. So what we're gonna do is, you could just pick a note that you like in here, and then you could just follow the line. So you could do something like this. Now this is the root. We're in A sharp minor because we started on that. You could just literally just do this the whole time. Oops. And just do something like this maybe, because this is an ARP. And what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to prep it to manipulate it. Okay, we're really trying to like make sure these sounds mesh well together and create like weird elements, because when you start manipulating it, you want like these weird high-pitched sounds to, like, I don't know, just kind of create some like unique sounds when you like time manipulate it or chop it. So that's why we're kind of adding these like weird high-pitched sounds. So we'll just do this one real quick. So here's another ARP. And then what we could do with this one is a little bit more. We can just add some extra notes. So we could do something like this. Just, you know, follow this rhythm, or not rhythm, but just follow the notes. Maybe we go down here just so it meshes well with this one down here. I want to make sure this sounds good. Okay, that's dark enough. And then I think we'll do the same thing, but just over here. I'll just play it from here. Okay, I think that all kind of meshes together. Nothing really stands out too much is what we want, and it's starting to sound like a full melody. So those are like the little counters that we have, and then we'll kind of play around with this little piano here. We're on to our last sound for the melody. So I just chose this DX7 toy piano. I thought this was a cool sound to use. So for this one, I mean, we can kind of do like some bells that kind of repeat. So maybe we could do a Shift D to make this smaller, from bigger to smaller, like that. And then we just play around with the notes we already have, right? And just repeat this. And I guess we could just repeat that, honestly. And then we could go up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And you could change the notes up. This is supposed to be easy, right? I don't want to, there may be, you know, more experienced people or, you know, less experienced people watching. So I want to make sure it's streamlined. So now it's my favorite part. We got all the hard work out the way. So what we're gonna do is completely transform this melody into something that is usable. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you, I'm actually make a effects chain for you specifically for this video that you can use and drop and like create yourself. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna come back and I'll explain like how you actually go about fixing it yourself. Now we're gonna go through the chain that I made. So here we have, I just put everything, all of our sounds into this one chain just to make it easy. I just was being lazy. So first things first, you can see obviously you just want to boost some things, right? Like just, okay, what do I want to shine? So I took out some of the lows, obviously. So we have the 808 clean, and I just boosted some frequencies here. And then you can see it's a little bit more crispy that way. Okay. So once I put everything here, obviously want to level it because, you know, it's be too loud. And then I spread it a little bit. Okay, just to kind of widen it. Lastly, well, I hope you can see that. So for our actual effects that I made for you, so what we're gonna do is go through the chorus. So first, this is just default chorus. Now add this, it just adds some like life to it, I guess. So I'll turn it on one by one. So off. Now that sound effect is crucial for later when we add like time effects. It's just gonna make it sound really cool. And lastly, I just add a pitch effect. I always do this now because it's for some reason it just makes everything sound like a sample. So I did +8 this time. Usually I do like +4 or something. So this is what it sounds like now. So obviously you will need to change the pitch for your 808 too. Right, so you can see it has those weird sample artifacts in there now. And then I added a repeater from Gross Beat. So this is what it looks like. Why am I adding this? To simulate it being chopped, even though it's not. It's just a synth melody we made with Flex, right? So it's not gonna sound like it's choppy yet, but this is before. And then, and again, you can use these effects in any order. I just made this because I know this works 100%. Like this order, this works 100%. So I'm just trying to explain. And then on top of that, I just add this little cut. So typically my cut will look like this every time. And the reason I do this is this pretty much makes any melody rappable because it's taking out all the highs and it's kind of leaving the areas where the vocal will be kind of up, or not up, but you know, just available. So yeah, that's pretty much why I do that. And then just a little reverb just to play around with that. So the reverb here, turn off the low cut by turning it up just so it's not putting reverb on the low. And then yeah, just turn the decay up, and just you can play around with any of these settings, but those are just the main settings. Just to give it some air and ambience. And then lastly, I think we can even turn this up a little bit more. Lastly, just a halftime. That's it. And if you want to add like gates and stuff, you can, but just a halftime. Like if you want to add in that stuff, you can. So I'm gonna So that's our finished little sample or whatever we made just with Flex. So that's our little sound. So now what we're gonna do is add our drums to finish the beat. Now we are on to the fun part, the 808. So I'll make this quick. We can't really, usually I like to mute stuff, but we can't really do that. So it'll kind of ruin the end for us. So it is what it is. So remember A sharp, we go up 8 because remember this was +8 for our melody, as you can see. Okay. So we would go up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And we would go up 5 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's where our 808 would hit. Turn it up, and then yeah, we just start placing them in those 808 spots. I'm gonna just do a pattern like this, and maybe we can do like a pull that up, and then maybe pull this down. I don't know, let's chop this one up, or I don't know why it's not chopping. Yeah, I pressed Alt U, but it didn't chop. And we can play around with this velocity too. Let's see. Okay, I like that. So yeah, this will be our 808 pattern for now. I could probably even turn this up a little bit. For me, I made a video about this like a long time ago, but 92% for the volume is like the max you can do. Well, it's not the max, but like for the 808 to be like clean still, while still having that like saturation, this 92% is like the sweet spot, at least for me personally. Like I like that rumble. So what I'm gonna do is just put this on B, and then we can add other stuff in there too, since this is so high. Pull that down. Maybe we actually pull these down like that and see what that will sound like. Okay, so that is our 808 pattern. Lastly, we'll go ahead and finish it up with like our drums and perks. Let's go ahead and add our drums in. So this is pretty simple. I think a beat like this, you don't need crazy drums. So I think honestly, I'm gonna just start with our little rim here. And then I'm gonna just kind of throw stuff in. And I kind of like, let's see if we could play with the velocity a little bit. Just add a little bounce, and then we'll open hat, and then we got another open hat. Let's pull that down. Maybe we could do something with this open hat. It's a little different. Let's see. Let's trickle that down a bit. And honestly, we could play with the slides too. Let's see if we can try some. Okay, I think that's fine. And then we just let that play throughout. I think it's pretty smooth already. We just add that little hi-hat in. I want to fix these a little bit. I feel like put the hats in the right place. Because of the bar, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it being offset a little bit. So yeah, that's the beat. Obviously we could go in, I just have like my main master stuff. We could go in and like tweak it a little bit. You know, if you want to. And the cool thing about this is you can make variations too. So you can clone it, pull it out here, and if you want to, you know, play around with it now from this point. Or like whatever you want to do here, you can. And I would probably copy this up here too. Just playing around with it, right? But that's pretty much the beat. That's it. Hopefully you learned something. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.